My dear viewers, I have crossed the road. There's Napoleon's obelisk again. Way down there is the Napoleon's Arc de Triomphe. You drive like crazy over here, so I'm not stepping in the street to film this. That mess over there is the traffic from the Champs-Élysées. Going to see if I'm capable of walking all this with gout. Some more buildings over there. Off the top of my head, I don't know their names. I'm sure the viewers will let me know. There's a statue. It says Place de la Concorde. I better get out of the street because I once believed, because I once drove in Montreal, and because I once drove in Boston, I saw the world's worst traffic possible. And I was wrong. The worst traffic I have driven in was today in Villejuif, town just a little south of Paris, connected to Paris by the metro. And this here's the bicycle lane. Jeremy Clarkson would not, from Top Gear, would not be happy to see a bicycle lane. Remember correctly, he hates caravans, he hates electric cars, and he hates bicycles. Actually, this isn't a sidewalk, but I'm going to stay on this as long as I can. And we're heading towards the Arc de Triomphe. Now, in an ideal world, I would have just put my dash cam in the car, and I would have just driven down the Champs-Élysées. For once, I admit defeat. I am not taking a rental car down here. There's a difference between bravery and financial suicide, and that's financial suicide. Collision damage waiver came with the car, but I'm not going to risk it anyway. I wish I remember the words to a certain song. I even sang it once on YouTube, karaoke style. It was something like, "Oh, Champs-Élysées, oh, Champs-Élysées, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, 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 on a tout ce que vous voulez, oh, Champs-Élysées." Don't know all the words out. If I make it to L'Arc de Triomphe, my suspicion is I'm probably going to be near collapse, and at that point I'm going to be looking for a metro station that will take me, a metro line that will take me to Metro Line 7, and then a Metro Line 7 to take me to Léo Lagrange in Villejuif. Because when I woke up this morning, I was in Sargé-sur-Bray. I'm not sure if that's in the department of La Sarthe or just slightly outside of it. I came up to Villejuif and took the metro from Villejuif to here. Been a very long day. Oh, and yesterday when I was at my cousin's house, I had rabbit. I think last time I had rabbit was during a visit to France in 2001. It's not something that really comes up very often in American menus. Now there appears to be something behind the l'Arc de Triomphe. I'm not sure if that's the L'Arche de la Défense built under François Mitterrand. I don't remember it being that big, to be honest, but memory isn't perfect. And I'm going to try to get back on that little stone by the bicycle track. Yeah, I'm not feeling very secure on my feet on that thing I was walking on, so just going to walk on a normal sidewalk like a normal person. Trying to keep a tiny piece of the l'Arc de Triomphe in the camera.
On a deux options, soit on remonte, soit on prend un gauche. Soit on prend un gauche ici, à droite, soit on remonte. On peut traverser là aussi. De toute façon, on peut traverser là et remonter.
Looking for a crossing. Okay, I see a crossing over there. C'est rouge. Cliquez sur le bouton. And waiting for the rouge to turn to vert. And over there you have a French police car. You can hear the European style siren. And up there is the, don't know what you call that, fog light from the Eiffel Tower. Waiting for that red to turn green so we can continue our journey. Now it's green, so we continue. So on Avenue Matignon, it says 8e, so I think that means 8e arrondissement. Closest translation in English might be 8th Ward or 8th District. The Eiffel Tower again, visible through the trees. L'Arc de Triomphe isn't too far away now. Making my way down it. Down the Champs-Élysées, I mean. If I didn't have gout and if I was 32 instead of 52, I would probably walk back down the other side of the road. Haven't been able to make this journey in a long time. After 2001, my late father kept having one stroke after another till he died in 2004. And I was thinking about going to France again. 2008, my mother had one stroke after another until she died in 2011. My wife has needed a lot of operations, so thankfully nothing to do with strokes. It's only now that I've been able to amass enough money where I can go on this trip and know I can, when I come back, I can pay off the credit card bills and not carry a 20% debt over my head for 5, 10, 20, 30 years. Had to buy crap during the past few years that I had never thought about for a long time, like a new furnace, a new hot water heater. Had problems with the downstairs bathroom and had to replace a few items down there. And if you want a plumber to come in during a reasonable amount of time, unfortunately, Most of what you're paying for is labor and only a tiny percent parts. Levi's store. Lacoste. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to buy an eclair from here. Boulangerie Louise. Pharmacie Anglaise de Champs-Élysées, Tiffany & Company. Okay, it's violated the law there. The light was red. There might have been a cop car driving down. Hopefully they don't arrest me and I end up in garde à vue for 3 days. In other words, they have the right to around here to arrest someone, keep them in jail for 3 days for no reason. They just investigate whether a crime had been committed. It's funny to be in a city with a lot of tourists like myself. They spent most of this vacation in small towns and cities in Normandy and Brittany, where I might have been the only American citizen in that town at that point in time. Actually, the exception would be the canton of St. James, Normandy, which includes the commune of Monchoix-Saint-Martin, because the American military cemetery is there. So, yeah, there would be a lot of Americans there. My bad, but almost everywhere else I've been during this trip, I was probably the only American in the city at that point in time. Brioche Dorée, Hall du Café. And while I'm filming this, I'm holding the camera with my right hand, even though I might shake a bit. My left hand is holding the camera bag and 2 fanny packs I draped over my shoulder, because this part of the world, unfortunately, is known for pickpockets. Ah, mon Dieu. What are these? Number 89, Drive Me. About to get run over by a motorcycle. It's a Lamborghini, apparently. What the inside looks like. Oh, I keep saying in the car videos, I want to see a old French traction avant made by Citroën starting in the 1930s. The first mass-produced front-wheel drive cars. The resistance loved using them, and the German army and the Gestapo loved using them. Yeah, if you were a member of the French resistance and the Gestapo was going to show up at your house, it's very likely the Gestapo would show up in a traction avant. I saw one the other day going down a route départementale. A lot of the route départementale have I can't even call them breakdown lanes. Few inches. There was no way I could safely turn the car around, my rental car around and chase after it and try to film it in situ. But I'm very hopeful the dash cam captured a few moments of the traction avant coming towards me. Had a crazy idea of, I have a cousin who lives near Paris. Not in Paris, but near Paris. Have a couple acquaintances in Paris. If none of them want to meet me during the few days I'm here, I might look to see if I can find a car museum. And I would be able to see a traction avant parked in situ. And you probably heard a car start behind me a few moments ago. A lot of the European cars have that same nonsense a lot of American cars have, where you're at a traffic light for a few moments, the engine shuts off, and then when you want to go again, the engine starts. To me, you're begging for trouble a few years down the road, but no one listens to me. Café Georges V, JD, Panerat, or is that Panerai or Panerai? I have no idea what that is. And over there in the distance, you can see a McDonald's on the Champs-Élysées. There it is, we're approaching the American McDonald's on the Champs-Élysées. To me, McDonald's makes the best food in the world. I believe in it so much, I even own a full share of it on Robinhood. And there it is, McDonald's on the Champs-Élysées in Paris. Open 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. Wow. Café Joyeux. Cafe Restaurant Inclusif. Oh, all the chairs are up. Looks like they're closed. Okay. If I had more energy, I would go to the other side of the street, walk down the other side, but being an adult is knowing when to call it quits. When I was a kid in the 1970s, 1980s, there were kids in Milford, Connecticut, West Haven, Connecticut, who thought a big trip was going to New Haven. Never left the country. So if my worst problem is I walk down one side of the Champs-Elysees but not the other, I really don't think I'm in a position to complain. Before I started on this trip, I was reading a biography about Napoleon. It's funny how in my life things sometimes go in circles. I was reading a book about Napoleon, and now I'm visiting a monument that Napoleon started to build, but could not finish during his lifetime. Trying to remember that movie from the 1980s where the girl looked looked younger than she was because she had kidney disease, and this family from Chicago went on vacation, and they kept driving around the L'Arc de Triomphe, and the father kept saying, "Look, the L'Arc de Triomphe! Look, the L'Arc de Triomphe!" I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember their names. Was it National Lampoon's Vacation? And up there is someone with some sort of flashlight thing on the top of the L'Arc de Triomphe. Is it a human or a machine? Anyhow, here we are. Going to take a picture of me in front of the L'Arc de Triomphe. So if someone says, no, you did not go to France in 2024, you're a damn liar, I'll be able to take it out and say, here I am.